Okay, now let's go set up our products and categories. So categories first. These aren't to be confused with WordPress categories. These are the categories you're going to use to sell. Okay, so I'm going to add a new category here. Now we also have groups actually. We have categories and brands are groups. So you could add more groups there if you want. I'm not sure what you would use. But we're only going to use categories in this store I'm building, but you're free to do that. So under categories, I'm going to add a new one, and I'm going to call this solar powered toys. Okay, you can put a description in here that further describes it if you want. Okay, if you're going to have treed categories, so if you had toys as your master category and then you're going to have solar toys, then you would pick toys out of here. I'm not going to bother with that. Okay, the group image. Okay, so this is basically your category image. So if you want to have an image for that category, you create one or have one created and then you would upload it here. Okay, and you saw earlier where you set that up, the size of the images. Okay, and then this is our target market. It picks up our defaults, which is Canada and the USA. But you're free to set this by product as well. So if you wanted to sell a certain product to other places, you can do it at this point here by the category level. Okay, presentation settings. So we have the catalog view, which we just saw in the last video. We had the catalog view. Okay, and then here we have checkout settings, whether it requires additional form fields. We didn't set any more up, but remember in the last video we could have set up some more fields, and this is where you could set them in here if you wanted. And this category used the billing address to calculate shipping. That's not going to be the case usually, but you can always change that on a category by category basis if that's appropriate. Okay, so we add our category. And then we keep up in this matter till we have all the categories in here that we want to use. So let's set up another one. Let's call this cutesy. I don't know. Okay, so same deal. Okay, this is all the same information here. We were just talking about. Let's add the category. Now, under brands, if we were going to use brands, okay, so now what we could do is we could add a new brand here. Okay, so say Fisher Price, for instance. Okay, so Fisher Price is a brand. Okay, then the same stuff again. We can use a image. We can select our target market by brand in this case, and our presentation settings, checkout settings. That's all the same. You can add the category. Okay, so now we have our Fisher Price under our brands. Okay, so you go set this part up first before you can set up your products. So once you've done that, now it's time to set up our products. Okay, so what you do is you just fill this out basically. But let's find some product information to put in here. Okay, so say we're looking for a solar powered car. Okay, let's pick this one. Okay, and then we can use the supplier's SKU number, for instance. Okay, so let's go back here and stock keeping unit. We'll paste that in there. We'll grab the name. Okay, the price we're going to charge Okay, so this is our wholesale price, $2.29. So say we're going to charge regular $7.99, and we're going to have a sale price of $5.99. Now, a while back in the videos, I told you when we set up our widgets that if we want something to show up on the sale items, then this is what we do here. So this will show up under that category. Okay, our description here. Then we have an additional description that can go down here. Okay, now down here, these are our categories and tags. Okay, so first of all, this is a solar powered toy. And then we could pick a brand if we want. And then over here, we can put our tags in. Okay, so solar. You can add, and then you can add more. Okay, whatever tags are appropriate you put here. Then you can delete them out if you need to. Okay, price and stock control. We do not include tax. This is a donation, so they can check a box there. Table rate price, custom tax rate, or if you have a limited number in stock, this is where you can set that. Shipping details, okay, so this is where you put in your weight, your height, and your length. Your flat rate shipping charge. Okay, so I use flat rate. I'm going to use 0 here. And you can have disregard shipping for this product. So if you're selling a mixed bag of physical and digital products, you could disregard the shipping on the ones that are downloadable. Okay, you have variations here. Variations are things like colors. So you can add new variations for products. You can add your meta tags in here. Okay, these are like on any website. You have the name, the description, any merchant notes down here. Okay, where the notes are only available here, yes or no. Personalization options, whether users can, whether you want them to be able to leave messages and upload images. If you have the product on an off-site link, you can put an external link to it here. Okay, product image, this is where you're going to want to have an image for your product. So what you can do is find an image. Okay, make sure you have permission to use it. And we'll save the image and then we'll upload it. So I'll just save it. Okay, and then what we can do is we can upload the image. Okay, and there is our image there. Okay, here's where the download file is. So you upload the file. If it's a digital download, this is where you put it. And then when you're done, you add the product. Okay, so we now have some data. So let's go look at our site now. Okay, so we have our categories here, cutesy, solar powered. We're going to want to go and get rid of this example category. And we have our product specials. Remember, we changed the price from $7.99 to $5.99, so it's showing up here. And then below that, we have our latest products. So when we click on the description of these, it brings up the product page into the middle here. Okay, and then they can look at it. They can also click on the image, and it brings up the full-size image. Just by clicking on it again, it takes it away. Okay, and then we have our add to cart button here. Okay, when they click that, it's added to their cart. Now when you go to products here, you'll see checkout transaction results in your account. Okay, let's go to checkout. And this is where they can go through the checkout process. So they can change the quantities here, they can remove it, and then down here where they are going to ship to. Okay, now remember a while ago I said we're going to come back here because we have something to fix. Well, here it is. Let's go back into the back end of our site here. Let's go to settings. Okay, let's go to admin. Let's go down to the bottom here, and it says fix product groups permalinks. Click on that. Okay, now let's go back to our store. Okay, now the reason we did that is because, I didn't show you this, but if I click a category here, it now brings up the product page. We had nothing in there. Let's go to this one. Okay, now if I had clicked the category before I made that fix, it would not have brought the page up like this here. It would have just come up with an error page. So that's why you got to change that. You got to do that once you've created at least one product. Okay, let's go back and set up one more product. Okay, so let's go to categories. Let's delete this example category. We'll click edit, and then down at the bottom here we'll delete. Okay, so that's how you get rid of things you're not using. Let's go back into products, add one more here. Okay, let's go put something in the cute category here. Put a cute sheep figure here. Let's use that. Okay, so back here, product name, stock keeping unit, okay, our price. So wholesale's $260, so let's say $5.99. Yeah, $5.99. We won't put a sale price in this time, and you'll see that it won't show up down there. Okay, our description. Okay, additional description. Again, we have all the same things here. This time we're going to use cutesy, and we're going to download our image now. Okay, and now we'll upload. There it is, and we'll add the product. Okay, back to my toy store. Okay, so this is our product special, and we have our two editions down here. Okay, here's our cute sheep. There it is there. Okay, add to cart. And again, you can go to your cart up here. Okay, so back into our checkout, and here is our tax that it got from our tax tables. Down here we need to enter in all of our details and our shipping details. Okay, and there it's taken us to our order pending status. Now if I had to use PayPal, of course it would go to the PayPal screen now, but I couldn't really go through that in this test store. Okay, so there our order has gone through. Now if we go back to the back end now, go to store, okay, we are in sales here. Okay, so now it's showing up. We've sold 2 products. We have 1 sale, and it's a pending transaction. Okay, so somebody's got to give us some more information for this to go. Okay, and then here it is down here. Okay, and then once we receive the information from them, for instance, they're giving us a credit card number if they're sending us a check, then we could change the statuses here so they'll be able to see it when they log in, and then the tracking number over here so we can put the tracking information in. Now of course with PayPal, this would already have picked up through instant payment notification. This would have already been set, and all we'd have to do is come back and put in the tracking number when we're going to ship the item. Okay, and then we can send the custom message to the customer when we have the tracking in there. Okay, so that's how it all works. Now, a couple things I didn't really go into. Variations, I talked about that briefly, but these are variations in colors and so on. So this is where you can add your variation values in here. Marketing, okay, you can create coupons. You can have cross promotion, so when somebody buys this, they usually buy this. This helps you to sell additional items. You also have social bookmarking and display how customer found us survey. This is all useful information. RSS address. This is the RSS address down here to your site. So it's a good way to display that on your site for people to use. Let's open a new window here. Let me paste that in here. And there's the RSS feed. Okay, so it's showing there the description, the name, description, and the images. So when that gets into an RSS reader, it will come up properly for them. So people can subscribe by RSS to your site, and whenever new products are added, it'll come up in their RSS reader. Okay, and then this talks about Google's Merchant Center. If you want to be a part of Google's Merchant Solution Center, this is what you do. Just follow these instructions and submit this URL down here. Okay, so that's really all there is to it in a nutshell. I created a quick store here to show you how to do it. Of course, you have to put some finishing touches on it, like finish up the home page, and you can, if you know some CSS, you can make the site look a little better by changing some colors and whatnot. But that is how you can set up a quick e-commerce site.